Okay, everyone, we are going into the second game of this tournament here that we're going to be commentating for you today. This EVG Dominion Tournament number 2. Approaching Nirvana are our folks. They've done the music for the stream. They're awesome guys. You should check them out. You can check them out on YouTube. Approaching Nirvana on YouTube. It's pretty cool. I'm liking their music a lot. And they're nice enough to let people use it on Twitch and YouTube. You know, with some, rules and stuff, of course. That's what we're listening to right now. Looks like we got both teams in the lobby. As soon as they get started, it'll be good. Putting a bunch of R's in the chat. Hope that means something good for us. There we go. Alrighty, abrupt music muting. And we are going into the champ select screen here. Where this is going to happen real quick. Come on. Go. Let's try it. Let's try that. Nope, that's not going to work either. So I'm having the computer problem of I changed nothing and then everything went wrong. Try that. Let's try that a little bit more. Aha, better. Almost. A little bit to the right. So that's what happened. Okay. It looks like it has to go down slightly. That's not going to work. Whatever. I'm taking this close enough and I'm going to run with it. Come here, you. No, you. Come here. This one. Whoop. Aha! Okay, cool. You know what? That's what we're doing. We have that going on. Okay, this game here, on the left-hand side, we have, I'm shortening the team names because they're really long and won't fit in the overlay, but, we have Lyoku, and on the right-hand side, we have Mikezi. And it looks like Godnamer, who I believe is No-Namer. Although, don't quote me on that, and don't tell me in the Twitch chat, because I can't read it right now, since Flash likes to crash like a beast all the time. Let's see who decides to pick. Take a look at the bands real quick. Cass, LeBlanc, Pantheon, Jin, and Mao Wukong. I don't know why you would buy ban Caston these days. He's not nearly as good as he used to be. We're seeing Urgot being picked up first. Excellent. Urgot is a character I'm interested to see how he behaves now. I wonder if people actually build Black Cleaver on him or not in today's 2015 Dominion world. He's always been a good character, able to deal a lot of damage, and has been a solid pick for a long time. It looks like we're seeing, that's Gragas, right? Yes, Gragas with that icon. He looks like he got a little art thing while I was asleep. We might see Gragas and Karma here. And, oh man, we might see some Karma. Holy crap. I just realized who was on the team. You want to see some scary level Karma, this is a game to watch. We're going to have Gragas and Karma being locked in. Okay, a little bit about Karma. Karma's a character who... she is mobile, does a lot of damage, and supports her team. All-around great character. Can't really beat that, other than she has to rely on her mantras. You don't always have your mantra up. It's really the only thing that kills her. We have Gragas, good zone control, good damage. And we're seeing a Diana being highlighted and an Oriana being highlighted as well. One of the most important things in Dominion is area control, zone control. Can you affect the positioning of your enemy? Can you keep them away from that tower? All they need to do is click on it. They don't need to do chip damage to it because there's no health on towers in this game mode. All you simply need to do is interrupt them while they're capturing or prevent them from being able to do it in general. So being able to affect an area with something particularly like Gragas's, where you can just leave the barrel there and you know you've bought that X number of seconds until the barrel expires to keep people from getting any closer to it. Mike, don't do this to us. See that Lily highlight, not Lily, wrong game. Let's see that Lulu highlight over there. Let's talk about the stuff we have locked in at the moment, though. Diana and Oriana. Oriana, another character that threatens a lot of area control, being able to put the ball out there, threaten to move it around constantly. It really deters solo pushing when you have characters that have a good AoE ability, like Gragas and Oriana, because you can't cap 1v1, plus both those characters can stay really far back away from the point on top of that to deliver that delay. They're nice picks to have around. And Diana has a good burst, nice chase, lots of good things about her. And we're seeing a Xin Zhao, which is a character who has nice chase ability, does a lot of damage, tends to be a little bit one-dimensional, does suffer to kiting and attack speed slows. And a good Xin Zhao is always something to be wary of. And we have a Lulu pick over there. Lulu is a character that can do many, many things. She brings a couple of different crowd control abilities to the table, as well as a couple of different buffs to the table. She can slow and polymorph people. In addition to that, being able to help her allies is also nice. Glitter Lance is really good at interrupting people from a distance. Just brings a substantial amount of harass and support to the table. Is a good pick. And we're seeing Taric and Jarvan IV being highlighted over there on the left side of the map. Left side of the screen, whatever you choose to call it. Taric is a character that has had his ups and downs in competition. Largely in part due to changes to items and masteries and runes over the years. And that has really had an effect on him. There are times when Taric has been an unstoppable, monstrous siege engine of destruction. And there are other times when it's just been kind of like, Taric. We'll see how he fares in this landscape. MMKH is a good Taric player. MMKH is also a person who's capable at playing Singed and Garen as well. But it's nice to be able to see some Taric play because he's one of my favorite champions. And he doesn't get enough love, I feel. And then we have Jarvan IV being picked as well. Jarvan is always a solid pick in Dominion because he's one of the few good AD tanks. You can build him in a very, very durable way. He has area control with Cataclysm. He has an airborne. He lives for a long time. Good character all around. He has a presence being banned or picked in most games. And we are seeing a Ziggs being chosen as well. Ziggs is an annoying git that is very good at harass, does a lot of damage, can be difficult to reach, and that harass ability that he has tends to go a long way in this game mode. You know, pairing that up with someone like, Gragas and Lulu means that you're trying to capture a point against them is going to be very difficult because of the amount of poke and disruption that they have at their disposal. The best thing to do in that situation is, if you are able to force them out of the fight by killing them or getting them enough on health they have to retreat, and putting someone out on the field in between your team and them is going to be the best way to try and capture a point. But that's sort of the idea behind that comp, is, hey, we have this group of people that can pick people off at range, not necessarily to kill them, but to interrupt them. And it really forces you to control so much more area on the map in order to keep them from doing that effectively. Taking a look at the summoner spells, you can see them. Flash has become a popular spell ever since Revive had been moved to a trinket. You might notice that my summoner spell blockers include Revive. It's because I simply thought it was funny. There is no reason further than that. We are seeing a Ghost on Jarvan as well. And to be completely honest, I have no idea why that was selected. It's entirely possible they have some greater plan, or they maybe just don't care enough. We will find out how that plays out going forward into this next game here. And I'm going to make a futile effort to look at the damn chat again. Miss chat. How do you refer to dames anyway? Is it a miss? Because like knights are sir, right? Something like that. Let's see. I guess I'm going to not log into it. Maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll work better. There we go. Let's put this over here. Okay, I have saved the chat, folks. Hello, everyone. It's nice to see you again over there. All right. Hanging out, the spectator delay. I would definitely give the advantage in team comp-wise over to the purple team, assuming they are able to play the game that they want to play. That's going to be a big, big component of it. And if they're able to execute, I think they have a decisive advantage there. Also, hello, Hafe. Good morning. It's nice to see you awake. Practice yellow. It's good to see you by the stream as well, folks. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Hey, tell your friends, because we want EVG to keep doing this, because we like playing Dominion, and well, need someone to run a tournament, right? Doesn't cost you anything to enter. You just got to be willing to come out here, hang out in the EVG TeamSpeak, and play some Dominion with your friends. That's all you got to do. We're going to hit the loading screen here. Hey, Captain Jack H. That is 4 AP you see, Half-Hearted. Are you seeing the future? You might be seeing the future. Alright, at the loading screen now. In this second round game of the tournament, we have two teams. Their names shortened because they're both long and don't quite fit on the screen. But on the left side team, we have Lyoku, and on the right side's team, we have Mikezi. Man, did that load refreshingly fast. So you got Lyoku on the left, Mikezi on the right, and we have loaded into the game now. Let's introduce our players to you. Over on Lyoku's team, we have Godnamer playing as Diana, Alete playing as Oriana, Jiggity Jam playing as Urgot, MMKH Tariq, Lokyeg playing as Jarvan IV. Over on the right side team, over on Mike Z's team, we have Forgot the Icing playing as Gragas, Rage playing as Zinzao, XX Desire 69XX, hereafter referred to as Desire 69, playing as Karma, Mad Supportal, aka Zemike, playing as Lulu, and Snide Sentinel playing as Ziggs. I am one out of one of your commentators today. I am Gandair, and we are here doing this thing. There we go. Alright, thank you for coming out today, folks. I have the KDA on the screen. We see Urgot already getting the tier stack going. If you're going to buy a tier, buy it as fast as possible, and make sure you get that going. Like the Dark Valkyrie Diana skin. Always been a fan of that one. Riot's art department is awesome. They do really, really good things. Constantly improving their art. Constantly improving new art. Coming up with... constantly improving old art, excuse me. Constantly coming up with new art. Say what you want about this game, folks, but man, everyone in Riot's art team is amazing. It looks like it is going to be an Urgot versus Ziggs down in this bottom portion of the map. Both teams heading towards the top now.
Team has captured the refinery.
That's probably going to be one of the first ones there. We have a Karma plus Lulu combo, which means lots of movement speed. MMKH, man mode, walking straight at the enemy team. Wants to start this as soon as possible. Rage coming in from the back, putting a lot of hurt on people. That's one of the things that Xin Zhao is the best at. Having the exhaust spent on Forgot the Icing's Gragas there. MMKH still manliest Taric. Getting tied up in there for as long as he could. Eventually being sent back to the summoner platform. Jarvan up above, not able to close in. They are going to get the capture on that point. Mike Z's team is going to take control of it. Rage, oh man, that shield. Xin Zhao with a pair of shields behind him is going to be a very scary thing as the game progresses. Between Karma and Lulu, he's going to be very strong. However, if they go for a really supporty build and put all their eggs into the Xin Zhao basket, they'll find that Xin Zhao makes a terrible basket because he's all fleshy and squishy, and you should really make baskets out of plants instead. MMKH with the stun. Get that Kindle Gem first. Opening there. Jarvan snared. No neighbor going in. And there's that jumping away. Forgot the Icing getting just out of range there. A few second window before Lulu and Xin Zhao get up to the top part of the map. I don't think they're going to do a good job of taking advantage of it. Lulu is going to secure the Storm Shield. Xin Zhao coming in from the rear position. Decides to staple himself to Orianna immediately. Takes a lot of crowd control for his troubles. Has to fall back away. It's buffed up by Lulu, so he's still doing okay. Very much in this fight. Rage looking for an opportunity to re-engage. Looks like he was waiting on some cooldowns there. Dashes in. Picks up the KB against Jarvan. And then circles back to the back. Waiting on cooldowns once again. He's going to start capping. Solid Xin Zhao play so far. No MMKH. You may not touch the Xin Zhao. I'm sorry, but he is not for you today. Bottom part of the map, Snide Sentinel has pushed the lane up against Urgot. Urgot's wave clear, not necessarily the best, especially compared to someone with a lot of AoE ability like Snide Sentinel Ziggs. So using the creeps to advantage seems to be what Snide Sentinel is doing so far. We both seem to be doing okay down the bottom lane. Ziggs has a substantial gold advantage against Urgot for the time being. But until he actually recalls back, he won't be able to make use of that. Karma coming around back for a gank against. Almost lands that. Jiggy Jam has to use the flash to get away. And the gank is defeated. Top part of the map is Forgot the Icing versus the World. Xin Zhao and Lulu not following much more than shortly behind. They are able to get there to stop the cap. Fair. Almost a fair 4v4. Karma, is Karma going to go for the refinery? Can they stop a 4v3 pressure up at the top? We will find out. Orianna landing a bunch of damage. Good Cataclysm boxes everyone in there. Godnamer not able to do anything in that fight. First Airborne, then Polymorph. There was such a big delay in getting that damage put out. Cooldowns did have enough time to refresh. And they were able to rout the enemy there, but that would have gone substantially different were he not able to do that. I can't mod anyone, so just ignore the spammers because, well, they're spammers. You better not click on their stuff. We're all adults here. Rage doing the cap. MMKH just pressing forward with his Taric body. Walking up saying, hey, by the way, Xin Zhao, I'm still here. You can't click that. No one over at the refinery. So they're going to turn that over really easily. They don't necessarily need to dedicate two people to capturing it, however. Oh, Desire 69. Barely surviving there. If they did not have two people capturing the refinery, there would have been someone at the windmill to kill Desire. Practice Yellow, it's because I can't log into the chat because Flash keeps crashing everything on my computer. And Godnamer goes in for Desire, is able to take him out, but is he going to be able to escape the fight? No, unfortunately. Trading Diana for Karma there. 2v2 up at the top, still fighting over a neutral point. Jarvan falling back. He's used up his Hex Drinker there. Don't stand in that. I said don't stand in that. And MKH still going all in on this, soaking up all the damage. Seems to have that lock into the Iron Solari going for him. Twitch, where's my HTML5, please? Give me that. Because trying to stream and record and game at the same time makes things be a little silly. Alright. Back to the topic of the game. A little bit of lull in the action. Both teams position themselves. Karma coming down for a gank. Gandair has the exact same idea going on. Little 2v2 action down here. Above. Desire 69. Oh, man! Gets clipped off by a no-namer. No-namer chasing after Mad Supportal. Does not have the ability to chase. Turns around, goes inside for Xin Zhao. Takes out Xin Zhao. Oh, man! You escaped so hard, Jarvan. You knew exactly how much you were going to die and were able to do the flash. Both teams have a durability thing going on in a big way. Karma and Lulu being around keeps everybody alive, and Orianna and Taric shields and heals, keeping things going for their team. Rage taking basically all the crowd control on the team, is fortunately able to get away, largely in part due to Lulu's presence. Don't stack up on the point, folks. You've played this game before. And using Cataclysm to kill Lulu, Lulu immediately revives back. Now Cataclysm is on cooldown, and you still have to deal with Lulu. 4 people down the bottom part. This is the quest objective. They do want to take control of this if they can. But we see that superior poke coming out. See Karma hanging out in the back, throwing shots in. Enemy team kind of getting worn down a little. Yes, they've captured the point. Yes, they've secured the quest. This is probably going to turn around fairly imminently here. We already have Urgot recalling. Everyone recalling except for Taric. MMKH versus the world. Zen, I don't know how I feel about that. Rage my man. And all that Ziggs, man. Ziggs' presence there, able to take him out. Bottom point is going to get turned over to a neutral and back to a full cap in favor of Mike Z's team. Gandair and Karma having a little bit of a exchange here. And it takes so much muscle from either team to really put the hurt on the opposite one at the moment. Forgot the icing hanging around the top part of the map. Mike hanging around the middle here. Zemite on that Lulu. We're heading back down to the bottom part of the map. Taric being a scout. He's hanging out. He sees everything. Can't quite peel them off. He really wanted to get their attention, get them to fight him instead of interrupt at the top. Diana, though, was able to chase Lulu away. Able to turn that point around. Can they hold this? Only at a roughly 100-point deficit. Plenty of opportunities to keep going here. And there's that shield on MMKH. It's a little airborne for his troubles, though. Cataclysm. Keeping forgot the icing penned up. Kicks everybody out. Gandair takes the opportunity to go in once that's on cooldown. Rage low on health, but he's high on support. He has so much support right now. May be able to get him down. He's living the dream as Xin Zhao. Wants to finish off MKH, can't quite do it yet. And is able to stay alive due to that Karma Lulu combo. Night Sentinel? No, go home MKH. Night Sentinel's down there. He has a water balloon. Gragas up at the top. 3v2. Xin Zhao back off to the side. He's still low on health. He only has Lulu with him, not Lulu and Karma. So bad things can happen to good Xin Zhao's. Still in control of the top point. How long will they continue to do so? Seeing recalls back on both teams. Ziggs is getting all kinds of paid down there in the bottom lane. 2,300 gold in the bottom lane versus And he's only about 500 ahead of Urgot. See what's going on down here. Mikezi comes down to gank for his ally. Lands the stun. He still has the ducky jump escape. Well, I guess it was on cooldown. Mad Supporter was looking to help out. Couldn't quite get it in time. Now we have Zamike and Desire69. Teaming up with their friend Gragas there. Xin Zhao versus the world in the top. And J4 and him go out a little bit. Use the knockback. Godname right from the back. Rage ZZ getting picked off there. And does not have his trinket available. No, he does have a trinket available. Is he going to use it, though? Or is he going to pocket that for later? Jarvan able to escape. Zig's doing that zone that he's known for, but has to retreat down back to the bottom lane because Urgot's presence there demands his attention. So it peels Ziggs away from the fight. And Rage getting away with not using his revive is going to come back. MKH walking forward. There we go. Taric, great engage there. Godnamer following up. Very clean. Pick up 2 kills right away. Rage has to flee from that because Xin Zhao can't quite fight for people. At least not in this situation. Retreat back down to the tower. Retreats to his ally. Smart play there. But isn't going to be enough to actually keep him alive. Pretty good sweep coming out from Lyoku's team. Seeing the revive come back from Snide Sentinel. There's the swap on Ziggs. Give him that extra MR and armor, which is good considering the situation he just put himself in. Forgot the icing. Putting the hurt on Godnamer. Oh man, the shield! Not quite. Not quite enough to keep him going. Jarvan waiting in the wings over there. He wants to get in on this fight too. Excellent combo between Orianna and Jarvan. That worked very well for them. And they're going to keep control of this bottom point in the face of some pretty meaty resistance. Meanwhile, the top lane, MKH is, well, that's happening. No one at the top. MKH falls to Xin Zhao and Lulu. The top point. Can anyone get there in time? It is going to be neutral at the very least. Looks like they're not going to be able to get the full capture on it. And as the game goes on, with Karma and Lulu going over there, we're going to start to see the game change a little bit. 3v3. Rage has been hurt a lot. They spent a lot of cooldowns on him already. Jarvan has to back off a little bit there. Ziggs lands a pretty solid ult. Starting to turn the fight around. Mad Supporter with presence as well. And it looks like Ziggs has left the bottom lane. Bottom lane is open. And Orianna, oh wow. Audacious charge? No, he's not going to get in range for it. Instead, he's going to get Diana. And Diana, unfortunately, not able to do enough damage to finish him off. He's able to retreat to Lulu. All 5 members of each team kind of hanging around this upper part of the map. See Godnamer retreating there. Dashes in. Godnamer, just because you have God in your name, doesn't... Nope. Okay, bottom part of the map. Game being kept pretty even. Less than 100 points between each team. Urgot pushing on this. Wants to force them to respond to it, otherwise he gets it. You see Side Sentinel running away, taking all that damage as he tries to get down to the bottom. He doesn't quite connect the way he wanted to there. Big exchange in the bottom. MKH is going to be defeated. Not able to buy enough time for his team to get the capture. Snide Sentinel at the last couple of moments there, able to get the interrupt, which is nice. And forgot the icing. Well, this is Gragas on a point against anyone. This is just going to be a poke and zone fest between the two of them for basically ever. Neutral tower in the bottom. No defender's advantage on either side. Desire 69 Karma wants to get around on this rear side of the fight. Jiggity Jam is doing a good job of being aware and not letting her do it. Ziggs' ult does some damage. Seeing a fair amount of MR items being spread around on the team. Jarvan with actually the least of it right now, with only the Merc Treads. Being routed from the point. Tarek's presence at the top is going to enable them to take control of that. And Godnamer goes in again, but not successfully. Urgot staying alive for quite a while there. Is able to pick up the KB on Ziggs. Can't catch up to Karma. Hey, Donovan! Good to see you, friend. Thanks for coming by. That's the portal. And Desire 69. Ow! Oh my gosh! Orianna stings so bad! And Urgot is starting to get into a good place. The Muramana, he's got a Maw going, which is going to be nice against all the heavy amount of AP that they have. Which that heavy amount of AP may prove to be their downfall. See MKH getting that Spirit Visage. Snide Sentinel. Whoa! Jarvan saw the future and escaped. Bottom part of the map. Godnamer. Trying to get his capture on over here, but with the Ziggs and Lulu around, that poke comes into play once again. That poke is better for defending points that you already own, rather than taking neutral points. We're kind of seeing that a little bit. Monstrous. Absolutely monstrous. Urgot picks up a double kill there. You see him starting to put the hurt on people. He eats a bunch of crowd control. He's still in it. Gets the swap on Snide Sentinel. Gets in a cutoff position to stop him from retreating. Snide Sentinel goes down. Jiggity Jam's still alive. Ducks around to the side, keeping that wall between him and his enemies. Pretty solid positioning still. Takes out Lulu. Going for Forgot the Icing. And getting a little stutter step going on Karma as well. Not able to put her down, but does delay. 3-point capture in favor of Lyoku's team. And I'm a little worried for you, Mike. We might have to tag on another Lulu loss to your record. Got the Icing and Snide Sentinel are going to be able to easily recap this. They're unopposed at the moment. Urgot is going to recall with 1,400 gold. He's got a lot of stuff he can do with that. We're going to see a fight up at the top. MKH puts himself out there right in the front. Tarek mixes it up. Wants to soak those cooldowns. Wants to take those hits so his team doesn't have to. He is zoned away from Orianna, so she can't put the shield on him. And Rage now gets a good knockback on everyone. It's going to help his defensive stats out going into this fight. Putting the hurt on Godnamer now. And Xin Zhao able to really help him clean it up. Magic Resistance does not work about against Xin Zhao. So could this be a signal of yet another momentum shift? With Moonflare Spellblade, it looks like going into a Wit's End for Madsa Portal here. We'll have to see how this plays out. The advantage was firmly in favor of Lyoku's team for a little while. But will Mike Z's team be able to start bringing themselves back? Now that they're under 100 Nexus health, things start to get a little scary. MKH, once again, the manliest Tarek that ever could. But now he's dead and doesn't have his trinket available, which puts his team in an awful position. They're going for a very aggressive split. They got the bottom point, yes. But Karma going down for the bottom. Got Jarvan at the bottom, messing around with Karma. Has backup. Oh, the airborne. Karma, you don't have the ability to jump out of Cataclysm. You just take that damage and like it. But unfortunately, when you staple Karma and Lulu together, look at where Karma's health is now. Look at that. Look how much higher that was. Karma and Lulu, you put them together, they are best friends. They do not die. You separate them, and then, well, bad things happen to them. Karma picked off there. The Burst able to finish her off. Putting the hurt on Rage. They want to take him down. This Rage doesn't care about the MR that their team has built up over the course of the game. And Mike's Lulu recalls. Snide Sentinel doing the kiting and the throwing and everything there. Triggers that Maul Malmortius defensive proc. They're able to zone him back. Top point is going to be turned around. Snide Sentinel's getting beaten up. Currently, no one in the bottom lane. They have all 5 people up here. Karma can respond by going across, but that's all up to her. Team fight here, putting on a lot of pressure. Oh, that Cataclysm was disgusting. You absolutely positively need to kill everything. Let's just drop the volcano on him. Is anyone going to recall? Is anyone going to go back to stop Karma? GD Jam looks like he's going for it. Might not get there in time. No, he's not going to get there in time. They did not get a full capture out of the drill out of it either. Not having that defender's advantage is going to hurt. Karma has control of this. Karma versus Urgot when Karma has the defender's advantage is not a fight that most people would feel comfortable with. That airborne coming from Lulu, used on herself. J4 gets back away from some of that damage. Godnamer sees Snide Sentinel is available to be hit. Moves through, puts the hurt on him. J4 helps finish him off. Forgot the Icing's health is plummeting. Godnamer's still alive. Shield for days. Thank you, Orianna. Orianna right there. The combination of the 2 of their shields able to keep Diana alive. Jarvan, oh, so close to landing that. Thankfully, there was a backup capper in the form of Orianna. Assuming that Glitter Lance had landed, it would have been okay. The capture points on the map are completely backwards right now. If you knew it was going to hit you, why didn't you move, Urgot? That was unnecessary damage that you took. And it looks like Mike Z's team is going to even up the Nexus health pretty solidly here. With no one having gone back earlier, when that team fight was won, they all pushed onto the drill. They didn't send one person back right away. Instead, they all went over to Cap. Karma able to get the foothold here has really hurt their team. GD Jam can't quite 1v3. Is that a Guardian Angel? Well, that is a Guardian Angel. What do you know? Nope, you missed. Lots of shield on Jiggity Jam. Urgot getting a little crazy here. But there's a lot of defensive spells going off. Nice picking up the health. Didn't quite help in the end, unfortunately. Yeah, Urgot was not able to DPS through Karma and Lulu there. Does come back with the revive. Late game revive. Nexus health being evened up right now. MKH versus Rage. Both people have heals. No, he's just going to pop the ult and whack him. Snide Sentinel retreating. They're falling back to the point. Nexus health has been evened up. We're at a 50-50 game. Who's going to win this? Snide Sentinel retreating. Can pick up that health relic there. A little bit of heal going. Ziggs, you tremendous jerk. That always happens. But he is going to be able to pick up that. And Ziggs' ult's going to be on cooldown now. Godnamer, I am terrified for you, friend. Can you DPS your way out of that paper bag? We will find out. Cataclysm gets dropped. Xin Zhao doesn't have a way to get out of that. Jiggity Jam can't quite reach because of Urgot's short aim range. He wants to get on this nice squishy mad supportal, but he can't quite do it. So instead he's putting his damage on Xin Zhao. And they're going to recall away. Low on health. They can't afford to stay here much longer. MMKH is still doing this thing up at the top lane. And he's being worn down. Urgot is on his way up here as quickly as he can. MKH doing his best to waste as much of their time. And Jiggity Jam arrives at the fight. Creeps have done a lot of work in getting the tower neutral. That the Pharaoh's advantage is lost. Godnamer shows up. Goes in for Gragas right away. It's like, hey, Gragas isn't taking any damage. Puts the hurt on Karma. Makes Karma back off for the moment. Jarvan dives through. Gragas goes through a wall. Fruit Stand ripped in peace. Blast the Cataclysm there. And is now tangled up, keeping Ziggs away. Mad Supportal by himself. Tags him with the slow. Mad Supportal going to go down. You're going to need someone to zone Ziggs away. His ult's down. He can't fight reach. Don't let him get in range. You need to get that point captured. You can bring this game home. Jubsta, all those people that are talking are people that have won championships before in Dominion. So, that's the context there. Peoples in Half-Heart are multiple-time winners. Also, thank you for coming by the stream. And it looks like there is not any real opportunity for them to bring this back. They have one chance to YOLO mob up at top. They've started the fight, and they can't get anyone in range. So the victory of this game is going to go to Lyoku's team. And they are going to advance on to the next round. And we are going to add one more loss to Mad Supportal's Lulu. There we go, folks. Take a look at the post-game screen here. Come on, there we go. Come on, here we go. And here we are with the outcome screen that I can't quite get to fit. Okay, we're gonna try this again here. Okay, here we go. That. To move that over. No, not that. That doesn't go anywhere. No, stop. No, computer, please. There we go. Now we have that adjusted. And that's a little post-game screen there for you. Looks like we have an invite to the next game already. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to get that set up for you. And we will bring you the next one in just a few moments.